I'm honoured that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
I see there's not much going on around here. So you've stayed here on your own?
Quite so. All by myself. All the others were either killed by the Cumans or fled to Rattay.
I'm sorry to hear that. I saw the mess they left behind. Savages.
It was horrible. People tried to find shelter in the church, but them dogs was waiting. They knew too well that's where folk would try to hide.
And where did you hide?
By the grace of God, I got my family away into the woods.
And I don't see your family with you. I hope those bastards didn't sniff them out.
No, it takes better man than them to track me down. I sent my wife to Rattay with some others.
And what's keeping you here, alone?
My older brother ran away with the wandering players, so when our father was on his deathbed, he made me swear I'd never leave our home.
I can see you took your vow seriously.
I did. But it's starting to get dangerous around here. Again.
The Cumans.
If it were Cumans, I'd grab an axe and that would be that. But a week back, some rabble made their way through here. They begged me for food, and mark my words, they weren't taking no for an answer. If they'd been just a tad hungrier, I swear they would have stormed the cottage.
There are gangs like that around, true enough. Do you think folk will ever go back to their homes?
Oh, I don't know about Skallets, but the folk here are sure to want to come back. The only thing they're missing is spiritual support.
Do you mean the priest?
Indeed. When the land's at war, noblemen fight to protect their property. But simple folk want someone to tend their souls.
Of course. But it was the Skallets parish priest who ministered here, wasn't it?
He did. But there's been no sign of him since the attack. Or at least he's definitely not in Rattay among the refugees.
That's true enough.
But if you're interested, young fella, maybe you could help us find the priest we need here.
Isn't it up to the bishop to appoint a priest?
Oh, you're probably right, but you don't seem interested in doing it. Why waste time finding a priest for a village with just one old fool in it?
Yeah, you're probably right. You can always ask. But I've really got no idea where to start.
I can help with that. A few years ago, there used to be another priest in Skallets. Simon, I think his name was.
Simon? Father Simon? One who went missing, right?
Aye. I don't want to spread rumours, but they say he was in love with his housekeeper. And then she died somehow, poor thing.
That's not a story I've come across.
It only reaches folk who care for such tales. Well, to finish the story, Simon left the parish and ran away. You know that already. There was neither sight nor sound of him for a long time. Until this spring, he showed up here.
And what's he doing here?
That's just it. People say he's become a hermit.
All right. And where can I find him?
I couldn't tell you exactly, but you could start by talking to that girl's parents. Well, they live on a farm nearby, and it's likely they know more. They may even have had words with him.
I'll go and see what they have to say for themselves.
God go with you, lad, and I pray you find him. If some heathen stabs me in my sleep, I'd rather have a decent burial.
Don't worry. I'll bring someone.
Alright, well, I wasn't exactly hoping for another quest there. I was really hoping that that would be Simon and we could just call it that, but looks like all I've got is a lead, so let's follow that lead.
I'm looking for the priest, Father Simon, and I heard you might know of him.
Simon? What do you want him for?
I'm looking for the priest who used to take care of St. James, and the locals tell me they saw him around here.
I don't know if I can help you there. He'll never go back to his parish, if you ask me. Very well. What is it you want to know?
What went on between Simon and your daughter?
Nothing that hasn't happened before. Our Mary was his housemaid in Skallets. She was pretty, very pretty. And he was young, and so things went the way they do between comely young folk. She came back home one day, heavy with child.
Yes, these things happen. What can you do?
I said as much. I was just glad our girl was provided for. Only she never had the chance to hold that babe in her arms. She didn't live through the birth.
I'm very sorry.
Such is a woman's lot in life. Men die in battle, and women in the arms of the midwife.
And what happened to Simon?
The poor man. He took it the worst. He was sure God's wrath smote Mary for her fornication.
That's rubbish. People lie together out of wedlock all the time, and God never smites them down.
That's just what I told him. But it's hardly my place to lecture a priest. And who knows? Maybe he was right. The Lord moves in mysterious ways. He was overflowing with grief. He barely spoke, didn't eat, refused to take a new housemaid. And then, one fine day, the presbytery was deserted. It took a good season before another priest came along.
Where can I find him? He's said to be wandering around here somewhere.
I heard that too, and I'm inclined to believe it, even though I haven't seen him myself.
How come?
After our poor Mary went to her rest, we used some of the money he'd paid us to put a cross up by the roadside. And lately, there's been wreaths of comfrey turning up next to it. I don't take them there, nor my husband neither.
You think Simon does?
Who knows? Maybe it's a miracle. I could believe anything. But there's not been fresh ones for a while, so perhaps he's moved on elsewhere again.
I see. Can you tell me where that cross is?
Certainly. There are settling tanks for the mines to the west of Skalitz. On the hill above them in the woods, there are several paths. Mary's cross is by one of them, close to the brook.
All right, thanks.
Very good, then. And if you do find him, let him know that we have no hard feelings.
I'll tell him.
God be with you.
Alright, so I'm out in the woods, nearing that cross, and I don't see anybody, but I do see some flowers.
This must be that cross. Mary's mother was right. Someone did lay flowers here recently.
Okay, well, let's have a look.
I should have a look around and see if there's comfrey growing anywhere nearby.
Hey, you! What are you doing here?
I was just passing and I heard voices, so I've come to see what's going on.
Nothing that's any of your business. Get lost.
We'll see about that, you bastard.
Okay, apparently they're fighting me.
Fucking dog.
So let's take him out here. Is that Father Simon on the ground over there? Oh, come on.
Fuck!
Don't make me get my sword out. You can do this the hard way if you want. I need to, like, clinch because they keep moving out of my reach.
Come here.
Ah, damn encumbrance. I really don't want to have to do this.
Missed!
Haha. Didn't miss that time.
I'm going to enjoy this.
Oh, it was you. If I could just get rid of one of them, this would be so much easier. Where's a head cracker when I need it?
Hey!
There we go. Ah, crap. Oh, I got him. That was lucky.
Is that the best
God!
you can do?
Damn. Let me knock you out. So close.
Is that all you've got?
Yeah, I'm more concerned with your friend right now. Especially since you can't really hurt me. Go down, damn it. One more hit should do it.
Gonna be...
Get out of the way. Get out of here.
Had enough.
Nope, but you have. Damn. Get back here. There we go. I might be better off just kneeing him in the face over and over again. Because I can't really close distance very well, being this overweight. Nice. Oh, maybe not. Would you just go down already? There. Can I loot these guys? Oh, you're back up. You better run. Yeah, I can loot them. Nothing valuable, though. Alright, Father Simon. Looks like you've gotten yourself into some trouble here.
Oh, thank you, my son. I was beginning to fear I'd never get out of here alive.
Times are hard when brigands roam the land and attack the defenseless.
But they didn't attack me. I saw them raiding birds' nests down by the path, so I took pity on them.
Which makes what they did all the more loathsome. That's no way to repay a good Christian's hospitality.
And to whom do I owe my salvation?
My name's Henry. You may remember me. I'm the son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
Your face does seem familiar. But listen, Henry, I can't help feeling you didn't stumble across me by accident.
It's true. I've come to ask a favor of you.
Me? What on earth could I do for you?
I need you to go back to St. James. The folk there need spiritual guidance. Skalitz has a burned-out shell, and many have died in St. James. They need a priest. Any priest.
I understand, but I have to disappoint you. I gave up my calling. Instead, I've given myself over to repentance.
The people need you. Please understand that.
They need a better priest than I.
Do you have any idea what's going on around you? There is war, Father. War. People are dying. They slaughtered folk in St. James who sought sanctuary in the church.
I'm not blind. I do know what's happened.
And yet you want me to go back and tell them that the only person far and wide who could serve as their priest turned them down?
You lay a great burden on me, Henry.
I know that, but the people do need you.
You're probably right. It is my duty. At least for a time. Until they find someone better.
I don't think they'll find anyone better in a hurry.
All right. I'll take what I can carry and go back to St. James.
Thank you. Your parishioners will be very grateful. I need help with treatment.
And what's wrong with you?
Oh, nothing. But Philip from Skalitz is dying. He's lying in Sasau and won't last long.
Slowly now. What happened to him?
Nobody knows much. He's not wounded, but I heard he was hiding from the Cumans for days in a pile of carcasses.
The Lord have mercy. The living should never lie with the dead. His intestines must be purged. But even then, he's in God's hands.
How do I clean his intestines?
It might surprise you, but you'll have to give him alcoholic spirits. The purest you can get your hands on. The best is distilled from Artemisia. It'll make him a bit delirious, but it'll help. I'll show you how to prepare it.
I found you a priest.
Really? That's wonderful news. Who is it?
The former parish priest of St. James. I persuaded him to return to live among you, at least for a while.
So you found him?
Yes. He was roaming the woods around here.
Thank God. You'll see. Once there's a priest, people will soon be back.
I hope so.
I've put together a small sum for a new piece. So I thought a portion should definitely go to you, as a reward.
I couldn't possibly take it. You'll need the money to rebuild the village.
As you wish, then. I shan't weigh you down with it.
So, farewell to you. And I hope he gets here soon. Just don't you let him run off again.
I'll keep an eye on him myself. Godspeed to you, Henry, and thank you for your help.
Okay, so in order to cure that guy's gut poisoning, we need to craft some Artemisia. And so that's going to require wormwood and sage. I know I have wormwood. I hope I have sage. So let's see. Spirits. Wormwood and sage. Spirits and sage go in the bowl first. Cauldron first. Alright, so let's see here. Sage, I have a little bit of at least, and wormwood. Perfect. So it said sage first. Oh right, I need to grab this first. I wanted spirits. Let me see what the second step is here. So Sage, boil for a turn. I need to grind the wormwood and add that, and then cook for 2 turns. But not boil. Okay, in the pot. Then we'll pump the bellows. Like, usually 3 or 4 times is enough to get it boiling. There we go. Flip the glass. And let's see if I need to give it any more. I'll give it like 1 more, just to make sure it stays boiling. Okay, in the meantime, we can start grinding. Right? Oh, I can't read it because that's in my hand. Let's see. Grind, drop it in, and cook for 2 turns. Yeah. So 1 more. God, I can't wait till I have the perk to auto-craft this stuff. Honestly, I enjoy doing the alchemy, but after a while it does get a bit tedious. And I've been playing this game a lot longer than you guys have seen on camera, so after a while it gets old. Alright, so in the cauldron, and then we cook, but do not boil. Let's bring it to a nice simmer. Maybe give it 1 more. Okay. Let that go. At about halfway, I think I'll give it another one just to make sure it doesn't run cold. But we don't want to bring it to a boil. Okay. Flip the glass, please. I'll give it like 1 more just for good measure. And then I think we just distill, right? Yeah. Okay, well, it's ready. I forget how to use this still. I think we'd have to take a file and put it up to the still. Yeah. I do not remember how to do this. Well, hopefully that was good enough. Yeah, we did it. Cool. Let's see. Not Artemisia. Not Savior Schnapps. Not poison, obviously. Lullaby. So poppy, herb paris, and thistle. I should have plenty of thistle after all that weeding. So... oh, I didn't mean to do that. Back to the recipes. Okay. Poppy, herb, paris, thistle. Oh, and it was oil, right? Yeah, oil. Oleum, or oleus. So oil, poppy, herb, paris, thistle. Okay, so a bit of oil in the cauldron. Little bit of lag as we pour it. Now then, step 1. Oh, apparently Nicodemus is done checking out the garden. So poppy in the cauldron and boil for a turn, then add thistle and boil for another. Okay, so poppy in the cauldron. Let's pump the bellows a few times. I think it's like 3 or 4 to get it boiling. So 1 and a 2. And 3. And let's do 1 more just so it continues for the entirety of the turn. Okay, then in goes the thistle. Pump the bellows another time. There we go. Flip the sand glass, please. Thank you. Let's pump the bellows again because it keeps coming down from boiling. Maybe give it 1 more just so it stays for the entirety of that. And while that goes, let's see. I believe we just let it cool and add the herb paris. Yeah. Can do. Alright, so we'll just let that come down and we're done. Okay, that's all the way down. Drop in the herb paris and then we'll bottle it. Let's head over here. And we've got your potion.
I've got something for you.
Really?
Drink this, and you'll fall straight to sleep.
Oh, thank you. Good luck to you.
I'm pretty sure this guy needs a nettle, but let's see.
Yeah? Damn, why are you waking me?
Hopefully I have what you need.
Or, sorry, comfrey, not nettle. This is the only purple one I know of, and I think it's this. I'll just give him one.
Thank you. With any luck, I'll soon be feeling better. If you find the time, stop by to see me in a few days. Take care now.
With any luck, I didn't just poison you. Okay, I think that's all we can do for now.
I brought some meat.
Thank you, Henry. Rich food will definitely help.
Let's run over here, because I need that thing up there. So, let me get my bow out. And, with any luck, I'll be able to shoot this thing down without being arrested. I'm gonna have to back up, aren't I? Still too close. Oh, I completely missed.
What's going on there?
Nothing. Nothing. There we go.
I went to look for those items you wanted.
Splendid, splendid. So, show me what you've got, lad.
A branch from a blessed topping out.
Excellent. And how did you get it down?
I had to shoot it down.
Watch out for this man. He's a regular William Tell.
Well, there wasn't any other way.
So, we've got all that sorted out. And now, to the next matter.
Go on. I'm shaking with anticipation.
There's one more thing. It's rather complicated and delicate.
What thing?
A shroud.
A shroud?
Yes. A burial shroud of someone who passed away not too long ago.
I'm just supposed to take a dead person's clothes?
Christ, no. I need a burial shroud. The precious enveloping garment in which the deceased is buried.
And does it matter who I take it from?
It needs to be someone who lived an honest life. And I have just the fellow. A good man by the name of Lokota who recently passed on.
Right. So where can I find him?
His family is waiting for the funeral. For now, he's lying in the small church in Sassa.
And who was this Lokota?
I know only a little, but according to the locals, he was an honorable man. You should certainly try to ask around.
I hope I can be of some humble service to you.
I'm helping at the infirmary now, and I came to...
Ah, and how is Johanka? Do you know her well?
Yes, I do.
Good, good. Does she ever talk about me?
Sometimes. A little.
That's good. Excellent. Johanka means a lot to me.
I'm mainly here for supplies and to talk about the state of the wounded from Skalitz. They need blankets, food...
Well, that's not my problem. Let the infirmarius take care of it.
His hands are tied. Until the abbot comes back, he can't get anything.
And why should that interest me?
Because I'll pay you.
For supplies? But of course. That will be...
Oh, come off it. You get your supplies from the monastery for free. No one will bat an eyelid if you ask for more. Blankets can get chewed up by mice. Food can go off.
Yes. These things happen, certainly. And as long as the monastery needs my protection, they'll have to put up with it.
I hope I can be of some humble service to you.
The Lady of Talmberg sent me. She wants me to find out why the crown's been delayed.
Through no fault of ours, I can tell you that. We had a large stone ordered for mounting on the crown, a beautiful Moldavite from South Bohemia that we had cut and polished in Prague. But, well, in short, the good merchant, Martin Vizek, who was supposed to bring it from Prague, got lost along the way. It's like the ground swallowed him up.
Lady Stephanie won't be happy.
Look, we've got something else here we can replace the stone with, but I'm sure even you can see it's not worthy of a noble wedding, and definitely not worthy of our fine craftsmanship. Oh, if I only had someone who'd try to find the Moldavite.
Why don't you just ask me? Of course I'll try to find the stone. Just tell me where the fellow was seen last.
That fellow, as you call him, the esteemed merchant, Martin Vizek, was last seen riding alongside the Sasau River, passing by the footbridge over the ford, to the west of here. Evidently, he never made it to Sasau town.
Well, I'll look for him, but he could be far over the mountains by now. Or under the ground.
Alright, so we'll save that for morning, but for the time being, I'm just going to keep ourselves busy here. Maybe try to skill up a little bit. But otherwise, I'll see you guys at sunrise. Okay, here we are at the last known location of the merchant, and this ain't a good sign. Oh, that's a lot of blood. I hear voices too. Well, clearly the blood's going that way. Let's get our bow out. We very well might need it. Let's see. I think I see something straight ahead. Is there any more blood on the ground? Can't really tell, to be honest. The greenery is a little too thick. Ah, but there is somebody sitting there. I think it's safe to assume these are bandits, so I'm not going to be cautious in my approach. I'm just going to go straight after them. Oh, come on. Damn it.
What are you doing here? Tired of life, are you?
Alright, let's fight.
Hey! All of you, gather here! Raise the alarm!
Wow, that was
Alarm!
easy. Come on, finish him.
Yeah!
God damn it.
Raise the alarm! Watch out!
There we go. Okay, so that guy shot me in the arm. Haha. Well, that was easy. Oh, you're not dead yet. There we go. Damn it. I pick him up. Are we still in combat? Is there a third? No, I don't think so. Right, well, your weapon was pretty garbage. Let's see if there's anything valuable on you, though. Your bow's not worth... or the bow is worth a decent amount. Silver ring, piercing arrows, I'll take those. And blacksmith's kit, why not? And then what about this guy? Some decent armor, actually. Where did your stuff go? He did surrender. But whereabout did that happen? I hate when they surrender. Just freaking fight me, damn it. So his sword and shield are gone forever. Well, I'm not desperate for the money, so I'll ignore it. Poor Martin. Did have some groschen on him. Well, hopefully the crown is here. Otherwise, if they already hawked it, we're kind of in trouble. Armor's kit. Some glass goblets, some groschen. Ah, the moldavite, right. We're not looking for the crown, we're just looking for the gem. The rest of this is not that valuable, so I'm just going to leave it be. For whichever lucky traveler happens across it. And I think we're ready to head back.
I hope I can be of some humble service to you.
About that moldavite we discussed.
Yes. Do you have some news?
Yes. The good news is I found Radzig.
That sounds like cause for rejoicing, but how come he isn't with you?
That's the bad news. He didn't survive.
Merciful God. He was a good and highly respected man. I will pray for his soul. Anyway, let me see the stone, if you would be so kind.
Of course. Here it is.
Excellent. It looks undamaged. I'll get straight to work. You can come for the finished crown tomorrow evening.
Alright, so it's been about a day, give or take a few hours. So let's check in and see how everything's been going here. If any of our treatments have worked, and let Johanka know that we've done just about all we can do.
What's going on now? You didn't get any brew?
The brew's gone.
You could have saved some.
I know, but I didn't. Can you get me more?
This is the last time.
See you later.
Alright, well, it sounds like we'll need to brew a bit more sleeping potion for him. Not a big deal. We can make that pretty easily. How about Philip? Philip was the one that was probably in the worst shape.
What happened?
We brought you back to the land of the living.
How? How long have I been unconscious?
For a long time. Your friends have left.
I have to find them.
Rest now. You're going to be very weary for the next week or two. You'll find your friends. They probably ended up in Ratai like most of our folk.
Well, alright. And Henry?
Hmm?
Thank you.
You saved me. You've no idea what you've done for me. Oh God, thank you.
I didn't do that much.
You did more than anyone else here. I'm sorry, I've got no money to repay you, but I can tell you a secret. How workers like me keep up back-breaking labor day after day.
Alright, well, perk and vitality is certainly a nice reward. Probably worth more than a couple of groschen to me.
What the...
I see you look much better.
No, I feel much better. Then I heard it was all down to you. Thank you. If you ever need to know about anything that's going on in Sasau, come and see me. There's nothing much happens here without my knowledge. Thomas is my name. Good luck then.
Alright, so that'll potentially be useful later. I don't believe there was anybody else that we needed to treat. So let's go talk to Johanka herself.
How are the sick and wounded faring? I don't think there's anything more I can do for them.
You did what you could. Truly. I don't know what I would have done without you. You saved a lot of lives.
Dear Mistress Johanka, I come again in admiration of your selfless dedication. I would like to invite you to a fine banquet at my palace. You certainly have earned What business have you here, fellow? Who let you in?
I'm taking care of the wounded, as I'm sure you're aware.
Ah. Well then, run along and take care of them, and let me talk to Johanka. You're not needed here.
Johanka doesn't need anything from you. Good man.
You will talk to me in an appropriate manner, you maggot. Understand?
Yes. Custodian. I won't intrude.
That's what I like to hear. Well, Johanka has my invitation, so I look forward to seeing her soon.
Right. Well, we've been in Sasau for a while now, and I think it's about time we start this investigation. So let's go talk to the Overseer and see if we can get this ball rolling.
I've been sent here from Talmberg. I'm to speak with the one responsible for construction.
That'd be the master builder. Or with our brother, the overseer. What matter is it you're here about?
It has to do with the stone for construction.
Ah, then that's a matter of supply. You'll want to talk to the overseer. He knows more about that sort of thing. His study is right above us, more or less. Go up the steps to the left and then head back in this direction, almost the whole way.
I've come in the name of Sir Divish. I'd like to have a look around the spot where the accident happened.
And why is Sir Divish interested in that regrettable accident?
He'd like to know what role the masonry had in it, or at least its quality.
I guess it played a crucial role. But I don't intend to stand in the way of your investigation. I've already made sure the poor man was well taken care of, and that's enough for me.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Who's in charge of purchasing materials for the construction?
Mainly it's me. I pay the fees and make arrangements for delivery, but those in charge of the actual building take care of the rest. I'm not knowledgeable when it comes to the quality of stone. They had the red stone delivered from a long way off.
They take care of storage as well?
Yes, but usually whatever arrives is used up straight away. The construction is in full progress.
I heard that you were late with your payment to the Talmberg quarry.
That's true. We ourselves had late payments, and it took some time before we gathered enough money to pay. But that's happened in the past.
Do you remember when they brought the last delivery of stone?
Yes. It rained a lot that week, so they let the carriage sit right outside of the gate on the other side of the wall. It took some time before it was dry enough for further transport.
And there wasn't anything strange about it?
A little strange, I suppose. Usually they bring us a large block of stone, which the builders cut to size. But this time it was a number of smaller pieces. No one complained. They probably saw it as less work.
I find that a little bit suspicious. Well, let's go talk to the Master Builder and see what he has to say on the matter.
The Overseer sent me. You're to show me the place where the accident happened.
Like I've got time to spare to show you round. He should have done it himself. Why do you want to know, anyway?
Because of the Talmberg stone. If they really are delivering poor quality material, then there should be consequences.
I'd be interested in what kind. But I'm guessing the Overseer likes the idea of cheaper stone, right?
Where's the scene of the accident?
It didn't happen on the main site. It was at the outbuilding next to the church, right under the long stairs before the entrance door. Ask my assistant who's in charge there. You'll easily recognize him. He dresses up like he owns the place.
And have you noticed anything else going on?
Of course. It's a construction site. Things are always going wrong. The men are always complaining, and the work isn't being done fast enough.
So it's just like any other building work?
Essentially, yes. Occasionally someone brings in bad wood, or a man cuts off his thumb and blames it on a bad omen, and then there's all these rumors going round.
I'd be interested to know what the men talk about.
Who's been stealing, which men from the monastery go to visit women, how the work's going, normal things.
Who's stealing? Could someone be stealing the stone?
According to the rumors, everyone, from the abbot and the custodian down to the lowest laborer. It's like with whores and dice. There's no protection against slander. And something gets lost here and there, that's true. But nobody stole any stone. There wouldn't be any left if every man here started helping himself, would there? It's only the talk about the curse that's not in the normal run of things. And then there's that devil's skull they dug up.
The devil's skull?
They say it was found in the hole dug for the foundation of the scaffolding. They moved it so it would do its harm elsewhere. But I wasn't there to see it, so I don't know.
And who might know more?
Shouldn't you be investigating the stone? Leszek's in charge of the scaffolding, so ask him if you really have to know. He might tell you something.
Can you tell me something about the poor wretch with the broken head?
Yarek, he was a decent person. You could rely on him. He was honest, went to church. Why do you want to know?
Did he have any enemies? Somebody who would want to...
Kill him?
You think someone threw that stone block on his head? If you're looking for the culprit, then have a look at the stone.
Who's in charge of the place where the accident happened?
Me. I watch over everything here, and when necessary, I go to see my master. He's kept busy enough with the construction of the church.
And are you responsible for checking the stone?
Yes. We tested what load they could handle and how much they crumbled during dressing. But some of them must have been more weathered than we thought.
Where were you when it happened?
I'm not even sure. Somewhere else. I ran over when I heard the screaming, and they were already taking him away.
Did you notice anything suspicious?
No, I didn't. These things happen with great building works. It wasn't the first time, and God forgive me for saying it, but it won't be the last.
I hope I can be of some humble service to you.
Did you see the accident that happened here?
I didn't see it. I was down at the bottom and I heard something rumble and then screams. I ran up and helped to carry him out.
Did you notice anything suspicious?
Like what? A lot of people came down to see what was happening. Even a butcher dripping with blood wouldn't have attracted any attention in that mob.
Alright, so here we are at the site of the accident. Let's actually try to get a topside view if we can. I think we can get up on there if we are careful. Perhaps. There we go. Okay, let's not have another accident here. Come on. There we go. Oh, okay. Henry, you're making me nervous. Right, so this is where it happened. And what do we have here?
There's even more of the bad stone up here. I hope the rest of it won't be falling on people's heads too. The stone fell on him here. You can still see the marks. This has to be the stone that hit him. I'll take a piece of it. Maybe someone will recognize it.
Good day to you. What do you need?
I heard you found something.
It's true. I dug it up during work. I then ran away with it and got rid of it so the others wouldn't see. But rumors spread anyway.
And what was it that nobody was supposed to see?
What do you think? A demon's skull.
Here? On holy ground? In the middle of the monastery?
But it was outside the monastery walls.
Where exactly? Is there anything else there worth seeing?
Nothing but scaffolding. We started digging there to set foundations for extending it.
And are you sure it was a devil's skull?
I know what I saw. I can recognize a human skull. And this one had horns. Like the devil, besides. That thing gave off a diabolical stink.
And where is it now? What did you do with it?
I was taking it down to the river to throw it in. Only I dropped it at the top of the slope and it rolled downhill. The devil alone knows where it ended up.
I'll see if I can find it.
Right, well, let's go have a look at the side of the scaffolding and try to find that devil's skull. Because that might give us a clue as to what's going on here. Alright, so there's quite a steep incline here. It must have rolled down into the water somewhere. Let's follow this here. And I guess we'll have a look around the bank and see if we can't find anything. Now, I know where it is. It's over here, but I'm trying to play along, as it were. Ooh, a bit of moonshine. I'll take that. But it should be more or less in this area. Aha. There we go. Now, if the game will just allow me to interact with it.
It looks genuine, but I'm not capable of judging.
I hope I can be of some humble service to you.
I found this skull. People are saying it's the skull of a demon, but I don't know.
It certainly looks like it, with the horns and all. Well, let's see. Those are deer antlers that someone's fixed to this human skull. It's not a devil, just a bit of devilry.
I'm glad to hear it's not the real thing. Someone must have put it there deliberately, knowing that's where they were due to dig.
And they put a lot of work into it, too. The horns are held on tight, even though it was lying in water. Whoever did this was skilled bugger, and no mistake.
Right, well, I'm glad the local gravedigger was able to help us. So, let's go back to the construction site and see if that gives us any more leads.
Have you seen Leszek, the scaffolder?
I saw him. What do you want with him?
I want to talk to him about the head he dug up.
Really? That's interesting.
Why?
He asked me to meet him on the scaffolding tonight, so he can tell me something important. He said he wanted to confess something.
So he did have something to do with the skull. I knew it.
Maybe. But I'd wager someone made him do it. He doesn't seem the type to come up with something like that on his own. I'm planning to go and meet him. Will you come with me?
It will be safer with the two of us. I'll go.
Very well. We'll meet at night. If I'm not down at the bottom, then look for me at the top.
All right. The skull is a fake. Someone fixed horns on a human skull.
But where would they get a human skull? And why would they do it?
Maybe to frighten the workers? Raise the price?
But that wouldn't help anyone. It had to be some idiot's idea of a prank. An idiot who was nearly responsible for getting a man killed.
Alright, well, with most of the stuff taken care of in Sasau for the time being, I'm going to ride to Talmberg and see if the quarry master recognizes the stone that we found. So I'll see you guys when we arrive there.
God's blessings. What can I do for you?
Here's the cursed stone that caused so much damage.
It's old and weathered. But this isn't my stone.
What?
Well, this stone isn't from my quarry. See the grain? That's not from the weathering. The stone is from somewhere else.
Did you send the last delivery of stone in smaller pieces?
No. Why would we do that? We always deliver it in big blocks. It's easier for us.
That's odd. They told me they were glad you got them smaller pieces, so they had less work to dress it.
But that's not possible.
It seems the stone you sent never arrived, and they got this instead.
Unthinkable. I delivered the last shipment myself because I wanted to exchange a few words with them, and nothing happened along the way.
Then someone must have replaced them on site.
But what would the builders have out of it? To replace it, and then say we sent it?
I don't think the builders know what happened. Most likely it's someone else who has their fingers in this.
A thief?
Well, it would have been nice to know who it was he talked to when he delivered it, but apparently I can't get that information. So let's head back to Sasau and we'll let the higher-ups at the building site know and see if they have anything to say about it.
Yeah.
So on my way back to Sasau, I came through a different area and discovered the local miller. And we know better than most that the local miller often has their hands in various unsavory business practices. So I'm wondering if the local miller might know something that could help us in our investigation, or might be involved.
I've been looking for you, but what are you doing here?
I came here to arrange some wood for the scaffolding, and...
I had the skull examined, and the horns have been stuck on. Why did you put it there?
I didn't.
Then who did? Someone had to know where you'd be digging, so they could make sure you found it there.
It was Young's Morrow who told me to put it there. He brought it to me hole and told me to dig it up in front of as many people as possible.
And why would he do that?
How would I know? You'll have to ask him.
Did he have something to do with the bad stone as well?
I don't know. But I wouldn't be surprised.
What am I to do with you now?
Why?
All I did was dig up the skull and then throw it away.
But you helped Smoller. And if you helped him with that, I bet there were other things you helped him with too.
Bollocks! I didn't do anything else.
Fine. Go then.
Thank you. You won't see me again.
Interesting. So I came looking for the miller, and instead I found Leshek, who we weren't able to find earlier. So that's kind of strange. I don't know where the miller is, though. I've yet to see him anywhere. So I guess I'll head back to the Overseer. This ended up being more fruitful than I expected, so that's great. We at least know who's responsible, or at least who's responsible for the skull, and potentially the stone as well, but we don't know that for sure yet.
I looked around, and the stone that fell on that man is different from the rest.
Yes, it's very poor. But we have to work with what we've got. We didn't have anything else, and we couldn't wait for more.
That's not what I meant. It's not the same kind of stone that came from Talmberg. Someone must have switched it.
But why would anyone do that?
Well, maybe he was stealing new stone and replacing it with old stuff. Or to sabotage the construction, I don't know.
But the carriage never moved. It rained a lot and we couldn't get any work done, or we'd have been up to our ankles in mud.
So, someone had to take it out without being seen?
That huge piece of rock. It would take a few strong men to shift something that size. I know you're trying to help, but someone would have noticed. It couldn't be done without anyone seeing it.
I found the head they dug up near the scaffolding.
And what about it?
Someone put it there on purpose. And the horns are fake. They were stuck on. It's definitely nothing to do with the devil.
So someone really is plotting against us. But what does he hope to gain from it?
I don't know, but I'll try to find out. I went to take a look at the site of the accident, and the last stone is different from the rest.
And isn't that because it's bad? I don't know much about masonry, but that would be my guess.
No, I don't think it's just that. It looks different from all the other stone they've used in the construction.
So you're saying someone replaced the block in the carriage and no one noticed? That carriage sat right by the gate, and the gate's guarded. To change it right under our noses would be quite a feat.
This is the block that fell on him.
And what am I supposed to see? I don't know anything about stone.
This stone isn't from Talmberg. Someone must have switched it.
Someone from here? We have guards, and a wagon full of stone isn't something you can haul around single-handed.
I'm telling you, it's not from the Talmberg quarry. I'll find out who's behind it. Leszek told me everything. He said you were behind it all.
Leszek said that? He's a damn liar.
Save your breath. I know it was you.
So what now?
So you admit it?
We'll see. So, what do you propose to do about it?
I'll haul you off and let the monastery deal with you.
You think you can take me on your own? I'd like to see you try.
Oh, okay. Apparently we're dueling with swords. Probably not your wisest decision here. Oh, excuse us.
You've got to be kidding.
I would have liked to keep him alive. That's unfortunate. Well, looks like he's gonna bleed out. Really? Okay. Oh god. I forgot I didn't have the sword. I think this is all stealing. So I might have to come back at a later time.
Your apprentice is behind it all, Master Builder.
What?
Leszek told me the skull was Zmola's idea, and he was responsible for the bad stone, too, and even worse things.
Good God. Why would the lad do that? I always took good care of him and... Jesus Christ. Good luck to you.
Okay, well, we were able to solve that relatively quickly, and it looks like the crown is ready as well. So let's head back to... Oh, didn't mean to fall in that ditch. Pebbles, come on. There we go. Let's go back to the Master Engraver and collect the crown before we head out.
Good day to you.
What about the crown? Is it finished?
I'm a man of my word. Of course it's finished. Here you have it. Thank the Lord you found that Moldavite. It wouldn't be the same without it.
Okay, well, all that's left for that quest is just to return to Lady Stephanie. But we still do have a bit of work to be done in Sasau before we leave. So, that's done. This is done. Both of those just require us to return to Talmberg. This, however, still has a bit to be done, so we can try to recover that dead man's shroud. They wanted me to investigate him more, but I don't particularly care. I just want to go grab the shroud. And then I told Fritz and Matthew I would look for some work for them. I talked to the blacksmith. I collected the flowers from the man's grave, so all of those are done here. And that's going to take me to Skalitz. So yeah, I think we're almost done except for the shroud. Well, this is problematic. How am I going to steal the shroud off that body with people standing right there?
God be with you.
My condolences.
Thank you.
I've come to pay my last respects to a dear relative.
Have you? I've never seen you before.
I believe I'm your cousin. I knew your father from Kuttenberg, and...
I knew it! You lying wretch! Don't let me see you here again!
Okay, well apparently that was fighting words. I don't know why he's so hostile, but okay. We can fix that, and it's going to make it a whole hell of a lot easier for me to steal the shroud now, because he's the only one looking at it. I might borrow those hose he's wearing as well, because those are actually really, really high in charisma. Come on, let's get this over with. I'm really glad the priests do not seem to mind us brawling in here. Punch him. Or just keep kneeing him in the face, I guess. Down he goes. Okay. You guys don't turn around, please. I'm gonna borrow some stuff off of him. And then I'm gonna borrow this. I don't think he needs the Groshen either. He's dead after all. Okay. Burial shroud collected. Let's be on our way.
Good health to you.
I have the...
Lord Almighty, be quiet! Not here! You don't want everyone to see it, do you? Wait for me at my place.
I have the shroud for you.
Have you now? Good work!
Yes, well, it wasn't easy.
I'm sure. That's also why...
That's where he lives! Let's teach him a lesson!
He's
Oh,
inside! I saw him go
Fuck!
in!
Henry! Delay them!
What?
How? There's a reward for you in the trunk. I'll see you in Ledechko.
Come on!
Break it down!
Do it!
What are you doing here?
He swindled me, too. I came here to throw his potions in his face, but it looks like he hasn't been home for a while. He probably ran away before his trickery could catch up with him.
Bastard! Either way, he'd better not show his face in this town again. Let's go!
Right, well, I think our adventure is done for the day. So, I'm going to go ahead and call it an episode here. And next time around, I think we'll tie up the loose ends from all of these different quests that we've completed while in Sasau. So, we'll go ahead and, take care of the exorcism, talk to the blacksmith who wanted to know the other guy's tempering secret. Or actually, he wanted to know what he was chanting about, but turned out he was just tempering. And, we'll head to Talberg and turn in these bigger quests as well. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time playing some Kingdom Come Deliverance with you. It's been a fun little adventure here in Sasau, kind of taking a break from the rest of the game world even for a little bit. But we'll kind of get back to things or business as usual in the next episode. So with that, thank you again for watching, and I'll see you next time.